San Diego Comic-Con 2026 has ended. And as I traditionally do, I go through all the news and reveals and the information, social media posts, videos on YouTube, just to find the best of the best. So in this video, I want to give you my top 10 reveals, my favorites, the highlights for me of this convention for its statue collectors and for toy collectors. So in the next couple of minutes, stay tuned. Number 1, G.I. Joe Classified Tomb Raider Lara Croft. Now, Lara Croft is a character that I love. If you follow my channel, you know I love everything that has to do with Tomb Raider. I collect the toys, I collect the action figures, I collect the statues, I do all of that, and I talk about it a lot here on the channel. So when this was announced that this was a exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con, I was intrigued. Unfortunately, I was unable to pre-order because all the pre-orders are sold out everywhere, but I'm waiting until the release, and I want to get myself 2 of them. They come in this retro card style that is being used now for the Classified series, for the retro cards, which looks fantastic. It has all the different accessories. It was presented at the con there. It looks beautiful. I like the way it looks. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. It's not cheap. A lot of people complain about the price, but of course, you know, when we have this San Diego Comic-Con reveals, they never come out cheap. I personally like this. I love the crossover with Tomb Raider. Number 2, McFarlane Toys, Jim Lee's WildC.A.T.S, Spartan. Now, Spartan is a character that I love as part of the 90s. It's, of course, the whole lore. The WildC.A.T.S was one of my favorite teams then. The craziness of that. And of course, you know, WildC.A.T.S has been quiet for a while with anything that has to do with collectibles because it's always been in this really weird space. As Wildstorm was purchased by DC and DC owns the rights of these characters, we haven't really gotten much of that for many years. We have seen other characters that they own, of course, they have used and more, but this is one like Grifter, for example, but this is a character that we don't get to see a lot. It's a great figure, it's pricey, but it's still within the Founder series, which is what they're building all these characters from all this universe that were at some point part of Image Comics. Although I would say that this is a tricky one because, again, you know, Wildstorm belongs, WildC.A.T.S are part now of DC, and McFarlane is losing the license soon, which kind of begs the question, what's going to happen? It's going to be the only character they're ever going to release for that series. I would love to see so many of the other characters that are part of this universe, of this team, for example. Number 3, InArt 1/12 scale Absolute Batman. Now, InArt did not have a big presentation at the con. At the con, they have some of the stuff that they have international licenses for, like The Walking Dead and some other things there. Michael Jackson, those are the things that they were able to showcase there. But they have a more private presentation where they showcase all the 1/12 figures that are part of the DC universe that, for some rights here and there, they weren't able to present at the convention. But in this private presentation, they had him there. And this stuff that we have seen from Wonderfest, amazing looking figures. I'm telling you right now, InArt is coming really strong. They started pretty strong with the stuff based on the movies, but also they're going and diving now into the comic books. And they had a Superman right there that was amazing too, based on the art of Alex Ross, looks amazing. They have so many different variations of Batman. They all look fantastic from the movies, from the video games, from the comics. But to me, the highlight was Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman looks killer. It's a fantastic piece as a 1/12. I heard some video, I've seen some videos, some people complaining that it's not a 1/6, but to me, it's like, okay, InArt knows where they stand right now, and as a 1/12, they're killing it. And it's surpassing any other figure produced so far, of course, by McFarlane Toys, anything, even Mayfax. I'm telling you, their figures are way better, and InArt knows what they're doing. Number 4, Factory Entertainment, Star Trek USS Enterprise Bridge. Now, I'm telling you this is something that I was not expecting at all to see. There were other bridges there. There was one from Nacelle Toys, which looks fantastic for the, you know, in this case for the 1/12 with the 6-inch figures. Line that also Nacelle is doing. But when I saw what Factory Entertainment is doing, it blew my mind. This is gonna be for smaller figures. It's gonna be for 3 3/4, so very small, 3.75. But what I'm telling you, they looks amazing. It has light up features. The screens light up and they have video in them, images there. The door from the bridge, you know, opens up. It's just amazing. It's a whole piece. If you are a Star Trek collector, if you like die-cast models, if you like all of that, you're a collector of scale stuff, mini scale stuff, you're going to fall in love with this. This to me was a big highlight. I loved it. I saw the Nacelle toys first and I was impressed by it because it's separates in different panels. But this blew that one off the water. It's just a better version, smaller, it fits better. You know, and you're going to love it if you love to have models of Star Trek, which a lot of fans out there do, followers of this channel do. So I'm telling you, you're gonna love this one. So yeah, it was a fantastic reveal. I know it's not gonna be cheap because all the light ups, but I'm looking forward to the price, and it looks amazing. That blew my mind. It's an amazing reveal for sure. Number 5, Mondo, the real Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Now, Mondo had a lot of amazing things at this con. They had stuff for TMNT, Motu, for DC, for Marvel, you name it. They got a lot of beautiful stuff. But this Ecto-1 stole the show for me. It was just perfection. I couldn't be happier to what they have showcased here. I'm telling you, growing up, I love the real Ghostbusters. That was my favorite cartoon. It surpassed all the other cartoons of that era. I was just a big fan of it. I remember building the Ecto-1 every time I had a chance to build something, anything, Legos, I will build the Ecto-1 just based on the cartoon rather than the movie. And it was a passion of mine. And now be able to see the real thing that looks like the real thing, then I'm impressed. And I do have the Ecto-1 from HasLab, which is amazing, by the way. It's still in the box. I haven't even taken it out of the box. I need to do one of these days and share it with you. But I'm telling you, this surpasses that to me. It fits all the different figures. It's just beautiful. To me, I know it's not gonna be cheap, but honestly, do you really care much about it when you had something that you dreamt so much for since you were a child? Believe me, no price is big enough when you can go after that thing that really brings back those memories. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna go and get it. I just love it. Number 6, Kaustik Plastik 1/6 scale Arnold Schwarzenegger Conan figure. Now I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of what Kaustik Plastik does. This company is a division of Infinite Statue, an Italian company that produces amazing looking statues. The same artists work for both sides of the coin. They produce statues. They're the ones who do the sculpts, the portraits. They're fantastic. They're phenomenal artists for sure. And I'm telling you, they do amazing portraits. And now looking at this Conan with the portrait of a young Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm impressed. They look amazing. They didn't only showcase Conan. They had other figures. They had a Frankenstein that looked amazing. And the great thing about their figures is not only that they do the figures, they do a lot of accessories and they create these dioramas with them. They sell all these parts. You can actually buy the two. You want to buy the whole deluxe version with so many things, or the more simple version, you can do that as well. But honestly, it was a beautiful presentation. They also have partnerships with Sideshow Collectibles, so they are doing some figures with them as well, or selling them through them. The point is that this company always does amazing work. Number 7, Jazzinc Dioramas Knight Rider kit. Now I'm telling you, I love what Jazzinc does. This company always does amazing. There's no other company that can compete at this level. Yeah, you can go to Hot Toys. They also do some things. You can do any other company, Blitzway. But when Jazzinc comes into the table, when it comes about producing the best quality of a 1/6 model vehicle, no one does it better than them. It's amazing. It is amazing the work they do. And even though kit is not finalized yet, they're working on it. It's already beautiful as it looks. There's more stuff that they're going to do, and that's a great thing about Jazzinc, that he continues to improve the quality of the stuff he produces. The owner of the company, he's always invested in it, and by the last minute, you're gonna get a piece that you're not gonna get complaints about. People are not gonna complain about it. The first 500 already sold out with the signature of David Hasselhoff. Now the voice actor of Kid is also have another 500. I think it's going through that now. It's gonna be sold out quick, but it's still open. You can still get as many purists as you like. It's not cheap. It's $1,600 plus shipping. but you're gonna get the best of the best. Yes, they also had a figure right there from Factory Entertainment of David Hasselhoff of Michael Knight, because they also have that presentation together. But I'm telling you, and they got other things. I would say Jazzinc had other things to showcase from the Matrix and some other licenses they're working on, and all great. But I'm telling you, Kit was the one that stole the show for me. Number 8, PCS Collectibles Ryu Arcade Quarter Scale. Now, I would say from all the stuff that PCS showcased in this presentation, and they had plenty of stuff, a lot of stuff that we have seen that's been on pre-order for a while, that has been in other presentations and other cons before. It was just massive. They have stuff for Disney, stuff for Star Wars, there's stuff for Marvel, there's stuff for the video games, you know. What else? You know, they have stuff also from Predator. They had a lot of amazing things, half scale, you know, 1/3 scale, quarter scale. They have the small stuff as well. Now, this particular statue is a multi-part diorama, so these parts are going to be sold separately. The cabinet is going to be sold separately, the quarter scale, which actually plays the game, because if you can see it from the images that I've seen, it plays, has the sounds, it sounds like the actual arcade. It's gonna be a quarter scale arcade, it's gonna be sold separately. But also the statue, there was 2 statues of Ryu, one with the blue custom, one with the white custom, but they are saying that they're going to produce different versions or different figures for different characters. Already are on the sculpting process, where there is Ken, where there's Chun-Li, and I think there's others too. So you can actually create different scenarios with it and just have it like that. It's a very playful thing, and honestly a playful thing that, to me, it speaks volumes about a company that is trying very new things all the time. They're not afraid of trying new things and implement new things, whether it's through their bus, huge bus that they produce, with their small things. They also showcase stuff from TMNT, like going back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but based on the classic comic book. Quarter scale, I think, or they could be 1/3. I'm not so sure about it, but they were looking good too. They got 2 painted, 2 were not. But to me, going back again to the roots of the company, to the Street Fighter, it's just something that reminds us of life is a cycle. You know, it's a circle. We always go back to the beginning, and going back to the beginning and honestly honoring that the history of this company, it's a good thing. Number 9, ECC Jurassic World 112 Indominus Rex statue. Now, ECC has been in the presentation from a long time. They come with Toynami, they belong to Toynami. But the thing is this, most people kind of skip it because they go for other things. They go for the action figures, for the more popular brands. They go for the more popular statue brands. And honestly, people kind of missed it. And they think, okay, these are very nice, a lot of beautiful bust, life-size stuff, but very expensive. But to be honest with you, they produce very nice collectibles. Very nice collectibles. And when I saw this, it is an impressive statue of the Indominus Rex. Of course, so far, you know, lately, Prime 1 has been kind of killing it with their stuff they do with Jurassic Park. But seeing ECC staying in their lane, but still producing something that they've been doing for a long time. And they've been perennial at the presentation of the San Diego Comic-Con for many, many years. Being there and producing something that they know how to do, and producing a beautiful statue that it doesn't have, like, the base is beautiful without being like overcrowded or huge, because at the end of the day, the main piece is that Indominus Rex, and it's huge. The length is huge. It's a 112, but make no mistake, just because it's a 112 doesn't mean that you have a small little thing. You have a huge statue. That's amazing. So I was impressed with that as soon as I saw it. That was an impressive statue at the presentation for sure. At number 10, now we're coming to the end of the line. And this is one that I was so pleased to see again that I couldn't just pick one. I had to pick 2, just because that's the way it is for this company. Sideshow Collectibles. Sideshow Collectibles is back at the con. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's been 4 years since they walk away. And it's been slow. You know, the con continues on. But a lot of people were missing the flavor that Sideshow does. Now, booth was smaller. It was in a different location. Regardless, it was a great booth where they have stuff that they are selling right now, stuff for other companies as well, like the partnerships they have with everybody else, you know, Infinite Studio, the stuff that they do with Prime 1 Studio, with everyone else that they do, you know, they had stuff there to present. But the things that impressed me the most was Dr. Octopus, and Omega Red. They are great. First of all, Dr. Octopus, people have been asking for Doc Ock for a long time. People have been asking for that statue to be produced, and it hasn't been done until now. And I think they kill it with the whole sculpt. It's not gonna be super huge to the point that it's gonna be impossible to display. It's gonna fit so well, and it's dynamic. So it's very beautiful rendition. They went with the classic stuff. It's gonna fit your Sideshow quarter scale collection or any other collection that you have a quarter scale all form with different brands, different companies. It's gonna look amazing for your Spider-Man collection for sure. Omega Red. To this point, the only Omega Red we have in quarter scale was, besides of course the custom pieces, we have the XM Studios. Unfortunately has been so quiet, but XM Studios is an amazing piece. It's still a great piece. It's hard to decide which one is best, but Sideshow did something amazing too. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful piece too. And I was impressed, and I'm so glad finally that after so many years Sideshow is listening and still producing characters instead of going back to Wolverine and say Wolverine and the same way on the DC side, Batman, Superman, Batman, and going back again to Batman. It's just doing not just the Trinity, but also doing outside of that, and that's something great. Omega Red was something that was necessary for a long time, and that was that. But there were other things that they have. They had this big, huge Hulk, which is kind of like the Venomized Hulk, but without the symbiote. That looks amazing too. Beautiful. I think at this point, I'm not sure if this could be perhaps considered the best Hulk. It is a contender of the best Hulk of all time. The stuff that they did on DC, they have a new Mr. Freeze, which looks amazing. The Dark Raven, they have stuff for Star Wars. They had so many great things, but to me, the highlights with Doc Ock and Omega Red for sure. And here are some honorable mentions. All right, guys, what can I say? San Diego Comic-Con was once again a great home run. It was a fantastic convention for sure. A lot of fascinating reveals, a lot of beautiful things that were showcased here. Year after year, San Diego Comic-Con continues to impress. It continues to dictate the tempo for collectors around the world. They have so many fantastic things there that we're gonna be dissecting all of that for months to come. It's gonna be more to talk about. The reality is that there were many companies doing fantastic things. Jada Toys, for example, they have a fantastic presentation. Jada has everything you can think of. The stuff that they have, the Invincible, they continue to grow the line, Street Fighter, Mega Man, Astro Boy. They got so many things there. They had a beautiful presentation, the stuff they do with diecast. So again, Jada Toys continues to grow. Fantastic presentation. Weta Workshop continues to bring all the stuff year after year, and the presentation of the year was fantastic too, with all the stuff you can think from Lord of the Rings fans and your Avatar, Warhammer, Tomb Raider. Pure Arts also had a big presentation this year. They have a stuff that it's already been on pre-order for a while, but they showcase all of the stuff they have. Cyberpunk 2077, the DC stuff. They had a lot of, this case, the beautiful buzz and mask that they're doing, the Assassin's Creed stuff they do. So yeah, Pure Arts was really, really phenomenal. So companies continue to thrive. Prime One Studio has some stuff in the presentation, stuff that was brought by Sideshow Collectibles. Now, besides good news, there's also bad news. And the biggest bad news for me, and I think for a lot of people, is NECA losing its TMNT license. That was something that really came like a cold shower for a lot of people. In a way, it was kind of expected. Of course, we know, as we know, Playmates lost the license that they have since the 80s. Or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that was awarded to Mattel. Mattel is now like the Thanos of the toy world. It's getting all the rings, getting of course the DC license, is getting now the TMNT license. What else? They're gonna get more stuff. They coming strong. Mattel is not coming to play. So honestly, it was sad news because Playmates losing. You know, we know Playmates. They build a reputation on TMNT, and now that they have lost this license, how Playmates is gonna do? We don't know what's the plan. What's the game plan for Playmates? We don't know. But the reality is that affected a lot of the other companies that were self-licensing through Playmates, and one of them, of course, was NECA. So this is sad for sure. There was a sad news. They're finishing their line with Tempestra. That's the only reveal they have here in the presentation for TMNT. But what do you think, my friends, about this convention? What do you think about the things that I talk about? What do you think about my top 10? Do you agree, disagree? Anything that you prefer? Anything that I miss? Let me know. Of course, you know, I can be here all day talking about all the other companies, everyone else you can think of, from HHI Figure Arts, from, I don't know, the Horseman, you know, Kotobukiya, you know, there's so many companies to talk about, but what I'm mentioning here are the ones that, in my opinion, were the best of the best. Let me know how you feel about them. Let me know your top 10. So my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Follow me in social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links in the description. And please consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless. Take care. I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.